All right, good afternoon. This is going to be our first in a whole series of videos we're going to do for BNI Central Maryland. And they'll all be educational videos and mostly things that I have learned from members or things that I have taught members. They're going to be things that I want to help you with. So today I want to talk to you about a concern I hear a lot. I hear people say to me, I'm not sure if I can give referrals. Before we start, actually, let me tell you, I'm Brennan. I am the executive director of BNI Central Maryland. What that means is I own BNI Central Maryland. It's a franchise. If you're looking for franchise opportunities, there are a lot of them across the country and actually across the world. Right now, they are selling a region in Puerto Rico. So that's pretty exciting. But I own Central Maryland. So back to the question, how do I give good referrals? How do I give good referrals? It's actually much easier than you might think. So I want to tell you how it starts. It starts with listening. It starts with listening to not just your members so that you know what they're looking for, what they do, how they can help people, but listening to people when you're out and about, when you are having coffee with somebody or you're having dinner with somebody or you're having lunch with somebody. Apparently, I'm hungry because everything I do is revolved around food right now. But if any situation where you are with other people, you should be listening. If you are listening for some clues, there are going to be ways you can refer to people. So the first thing you're listening for is people who are planning. Think about it this way. Somebody says, I'm planning a wedding. Who will they need for that wedding? You have photographers in your group, you have videographers in your group, you have an event planner, you may have a florist, you may have a hairstylist. There are so many people in the group who they may want to meet. So think about planning. It could be that they are planning on buying a new house. Who could you introduce them to? Well, they need a loan officer to get pre-approved. They're going to need a realtor to show them houses. They may need a different realtor who's going to help them sell their current house. There's all sorts of people they may need, and they may need a contractor because they might want to buy a house that's a fixer-upper. Whatever the case, there are going to be so many different ways you can refer to them when they are planning. So the first thing you're listening for is planning. The second thing you're listening for is people who are bragging. Let's think about it this way. Say you're talking to your friend and she says, oh my God, little Johnny just got into Harvard. And she's so excited. And that's wonderful. And there are so many people who can help her on this journey. It may be a photographer in your group who can take senior pictures because it's senior year is coming up. You are getting ready for college. You want those pictures before they head off. It may be Legal Shield. Legal Shield, actually, I will tell you, we got Legal Shield last summer when our daughter was heading to college because driving multiple states to get to college and multiple states to get back. If they get a ticket, which by the way, they did, if they get a ticket, they're going to need help from the Legal Shield. But there are so many other ways that people brag, things they're talking about that make you think, oh, let me introduce you to. So if they're planning or they're bragging. And finally, the easiest one, the one that you've probably already thought of, is complaining. If they are complaining, they're saying to you, I really dislike the loan officer I am working with right now. He's not calling me back. He's not responsive at all. I'm not sure he knows what he's doing. You can introduce them to the loan officer in your group. If they're complaining they've got back pain, you can introduce them to the chiropractor in your group. If they are complaining that their yard has too many weeds, you can introduce them to the landscaper in your group. There are so many ways you can introduce people. And because we're in our meetings every single week and we get to know, like, and trust the members in our chapters, it's really, really easy to have them top of mind. And this is especially true if you are doing your one-to-ones with those members and you're really getting to know them in a deeper way. If you're doing the gains worksheets, and we'll talk about that in another episode. So this is episode 1 in a whole series of BNI videos we're going to do on how to be a better BNI member, how to get more out of your membership, and how to just enjoy BNI a little bit more. So Please stay tuned. Please share them with your friends and please subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Thanks so much. Bye bye.